In 2009, the high school students Samo and Isa Login studied computer science and eventually decided they want to join the mobile app business. So they got together a bunch of friends and saved up over $2,500,000 and invested in an office. And in July, they formed Outfit 7. Their first few apps didn't pop off at first. They made a soccer app, then a travel guide to Iceland, and a wealth affirmation app. None of them were successful, but after 6 months, they saw these apps with the cool mascot characters and wanted to do something similar to that. So Samo searched the web for a 3D model they could use for their game, and he found one. Turbo Squid is a marketplace for people to distribute 3D models. He found one titled CatCartoon.zip, made by Andrei Kravchenko. This model was published on January 31st, 2004. So if you think about it, this is Talking Tom's first appearance. But he bought the model, used it, bam, TV show, Pepsi collab, Mr. Beast collab. They probably regret that last one. But yeah, Talking Tom is now a franchise with a new game releasing next month. Samo really liked Andrei's work and ended up hiring him to make the models for the rest of the Talking Friends. Since the Talking Tom model was publicly available, people bought the model and used it for their own projects, like a Spanish candy commercial.
Me encantan los caramelos Flim Puff. ¿Quieres uno? Pero si es un chicle. No, es un caramelo. Es un chicle. Es un caramelo. Trágalo y verás. Tienes razón. Es un caramelo. Pero odio que me ganes.
Flim Puff, el caramelo masticable con sabor a
Another popular thing was Leo Le Chat. There were a couple videos starring him.
Dis donc, toi. C'est à toi que je parle. Oh, t'as pas l'impression que ça sonne, là? Oh, toi, t'es relax, hein? Eh ben, qu'est-ce que t'attends?
Et ça marche toujours pas. Bon, alors cette fois, je m'approche plus près des deux oreilles en même temps et je dis très calmement: mais debout, merde!
There are also these Indian Pakistani commercials using the model. These are made to promote a telephone company.
onyourcall.co.uk, an easy way to call anywhere in India, Pakistan and Bangladesh by dialing 0844 731 0044 for only 4 pence per minute. Don't forget yaar, only 4 pence per minute.
Hello, I am back again. This time with only a call phone card. That's correct. Only a call phone card is the first card ever that bills you per second. There are no maintenance or hidden charges and is valid for 1 whole year. So why delay, yaar? Get your only a call phone card from your nearest store.
The person who made these is Addy Gamer. There's a lot of cool stuff on his show. I even found some mobile game related shit. The reason I mention him in particular is because he actually plays a big role in this whole story. What makes these really interesting is that these are the oldest instances of the model being used, or at least the oldest instances we found. The first Tom game was 15 years ago, at the time this video drops, so these were released either 2 or 3 years before the first Tom game. Sometime in late 2010, the model was removed from Turbo Squid because it was a public model that anyone could use, and Outfit 7 did not want that because they were afraid people might try to copy their game. Anyway, remember the Addy guy I mentioned earlier? Yeah, his videos got really popular in recent years. That's probably because this YouTuber covered him. If you don't know, this is The First Gamer. He's another mobile game YouTuber who also talks about obscure mobile game stuff. He's actually the reason I know about all of this and even inspired me to make this video. Please go check him out, he's pretty cool. But yeah, like I said earlier, First Gamer made these videos very popular. Addy was then interviewed by a YouTuber named Gibbsy, who does I guess these vlog styled videos and I guess some music videos here and there. yeah, to be honest, I don't really know much about this guy. But they asked Addy some questions, he answered. Addy even mentions First Gamer, proving even more that First Gamer was the one to boost these videos in the algorithm. But one thing in the interview that caught everyone's eye is that Addy mentioned he had 51 hard drives of his animations. He actually posted some of these animations on his channel. But when people were flocking to his videos, they were asking if he still had the model. Addy then responded and searched through his 51 hard drives for the model. He eventually found the model, but didn't release it for some reason. He tried making a bunch of excuses for why he didn't release it, but no one was buying them. He eventually released it, but there were some issues. It was unrigged, so you couldn't move the model around, and the textures were missing. So we partially found the model, but not too long after, the fully textured model was found. It was still unrigged, but people could easily add their own rig to the model, so it wouldn't be a big issue. So yeah, after all this time, the model was found. It's really interesting to see, after all this time, one of the most iconic mobile game characters isn't an original character. And I don't think this is the end of the story because, according to this comment from one of the First Gamer's shorts, we also have to find the models for some other talking characters like Gina and Larry. And those have a higher chance of being lost because, at least with Tom, his model was being sold on a public website. These models were exclusively made for the games. And no, we can't extract the models from the files because the games are pre-rendered, meaning that the games only consisted of animation frames. So these will be harder to find. But in the end we found Tom, so it's all good.